So this is my planning notebook. I have a disc bound system because I like to be able to turn this back on itself. Usually I have my daily plan hooked into the cover of this. That way it's really easy to see and it's right on top. This is just the template because I can't show children's names, but I have 12 students currently, so I have a big spot for notes on here. If I have more students, then I put more squares for them. But I have my stickers, and then this is my shelf plan for this month. So it has my theme, and then it has every area in the classroom. Language I don't really switch out as much, same with math because I have all the Montessori materials. So there's not as much in those areas, but the rest I switch out everything basically each month. So I have that, and that's just in the front because that's what this month is. And then I have my to-do list for this week. And then this is my weekly plan. We are going to be closed for spring break soon, so there's not a whole week here. But I have that. This is for everyone. And then the next page is for the older children. They have their own to go more in depth into things if I want to. And this is just a checklist. I usually use this to make sure everyone has gone to the bathroom before we go outside. But you could use, I can also use it for attendance or whatever else. Sometimes I use it to keep track of who has done like a special art project or not. And then this is just the template for children. And it has their birthday and age, and then any allergies that I need to be aware of. And I can't show you some things because of privacy and having people's names on it. So over here I have a slot for communication where I record all communication with parents, notes, extra copies of things like this page or the checklist. And I have my year plan. So I usually do this at the beginning of each school year, and I just plot out my basic themes. And then when I get closer to each month, I'll actually plan out each individual week, which the X's are just weeks that we're not in school, in class. So I have that, and I kind of sort of started it on the next year, but not really. Then I have my overview of the year, which I need to add. I usually add little sticker dots for days that were closed. And then I have every single month. So at the start of each month, I can list birthdays, the themes, special events, and any books I need for that month. And I do a double spread so that I have plenty of room. And there's a spot for notes and a spot for reflections because I always like to try to reflect on what did and didn't work each month. Then behind that I have my shelf plan for the month and then my weekly plans. And I usually will add a to-do list for each week as well, just to keep me on task and organized. And that's the same for every month. So the only thing that really changes are the pictures on it. I have the same colors for everything, and that's mainly how I plan everything out. And that would be on top for the actual day that we're on currently. And then I also have a book for keeping track of all the kids and where they are and what they've done. I can't show you the inside of it because of all the names, but I do have the templates that I can show you that I put in here. So this is my observation sheet. So I check what I'm observing, and then it's double-sided, so I have plenty of room to write. Then I have reflections on the observation, and that would go under each child's tab because each child has their own tab in the notebook. This is for if they're reading. They have this reading log. When they have filled it all up, they take it home. That way their parents have something to see, and it kind of tells them what the next step is. And then I have for each child a scope and sequence, and I just check off introduced, working, or mastered for each child. It has all the areas. That way I'm always up to date and can say at any moment what a child is doing. Then they also have these. So this is kind of like a calendar. I have these stickers. Usually I have the child's name on each one. And I'll write down what lesson I gave, any new lessons I gave that day. And then I'll take that sticker and stick it on here with the date. That way I can go back and say, oh, they've been doing this lesson for 3 months if a parent wants to know. Or if I need to know. Like, oh, they seem to be getting bored. I wonder why. Oh, they've been stuck on this lesson for a really long time. So I do that. And the other thing I do that I've really liked is I have these folders. There's one for 4 weeks. There's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, because that's usually how long my units last. So this is for the 5s and 6. Anything that they need would be in here for that week. And then this is everyone else. So any books I'm reading that week, anything that I need copied will all go in there. That way I can plan and get things ready ahead of time and it stays organized. Which I don't usually have time to get way ahead, but if I do have a chance, I will work ahead if I can. So yeah, so that's my kind of system